going on, my good people? I don't know how long this live gonna be, so I'm probably just gonna hop into it. You're gonna probably hear some thunder because you know we live in Houston, and at any given time, that thunder start roaring. So let me proceed. Back when we go to standards again, like I say, when I give advice to people, I give advice to people that want to be married. If you coming to me to find a girlfriend, I'm not giving you no advice for that. Like, for what? You need to learn how to be a husband. You cannot learn how to be a husband focusing on being a goddamn boyfriend all day. I don't talk about childish things. I moved on to being a man. So when I give advice to men, um, I give them well-being advice. Like if you listen to this, you'll have good well-being. So let's go on. This one is the foundation. So when we talk about building a standard, the first thing we were talking about, that be like one thing. Like these are different compartments when you're dealing with yourself and then you having to share yourself with someone, you're gonna have to start looking for certain things. But these certain things are gonna have to be in you first. Imagine if you had confidence and your foundation is steady. Now I talk to people about building unstable foundations, like they go outside and they take craps out in the yard. They take craps. And then, they try to putty it up into a foundation. And then they build a house on it. And they wondering why flies is in the house all day. Why these flies in the house? I don't understand why these flies are in this house. Why is this happening? Never do they take the time to realize that they built it on a bad foundation. And when it rains, like it's about to do in a minute over here, you not gonna have a house no more because it's just gonna fall to pieces. So when you have a foundation, okay, check this out. I talk about this firm dating thing, and I was talking about this yesterday, talking about the situation yesterday with friends. I said, it's three things I look for in dating that I watch for with my eyes. And I apply this to every woman. Like, I don't care how pretty you are, I don't care how big your booty is. I look past that because when you dating to marry, you gotta look past all of the stuff that she look like, and you gotta go inside. Who her mama and them is, who her daddy and them is, what they put into her. And ladies, I'm just talking from a man perspective because I date women. So I'm talking about women. And so I'm like, man, what her daddy put into her? Was her daddy around? Did she deal with that trauma from not having her dad around? Did she have a stepfather? Man, all this stuff be mattering. Like, was she molested? That's a hell of a thing to find out in the beginning. It will help me learn how to deal with the woman I'm trying to build with. But you learn this through conversation when a woman, eventually becomes comfortable with you. What's going on, my people? What's going on? What's going on, man? Good morning. It's probably about to rain out here, as you can see. You see, it's two different skies out here. We're in Houston, but I'm gonna talk as long as I need to talk. So let's get back on foundation. So when we on the foundation, man, you building this thing, And so when my marriage started, man, I was already complete with myself. Like, I didn't want no other woman. I had got all that stuff out of my spirit, man. And then when you like getting away from that life of always trying to present yourself in a sexual way, man, stuff just be hitting different. So when I was in my last part of my single years, right? What was happening was I was attracting a certain level of woman because I was presenting myself as a certain level of man. And the wrong type of woman wasn't even approaching me anymore. It was like they were scared to approach me. And it's not that they were scared to approach me. It's just, I used to be like, man, it's kind of how people feel with celebrity. But it don't be like that. What's going on? But it's not celebrity. It's just the self-esteem that you have for yourself. Like, people don't approach Felicia Rashad the wrong way. They be like, man, I ain't approaching that woman, because she present herself as regal. So when she come out on the set, people have to treat her a certain way. What's going on? What's going on, man? What's going on? Man, I fished one time in my life, man. My grandmother took me fishing, man, when I was a kid, man. I ain't been fishing since. My favorite color, black, man. I wear black every day, man. I would wear one single solid black t-shirt every day. My favorite food, the food I cook in my house. We cook a wide array of things. Like, I feel like a man nor a woman should limit themselves. So I cook everything, man. We be cooking all types of stuff. Man, I might probably start doing cooking videos. I don't know that, people. All right, let's move on. Let's get back on subject, man. Y'all take me off subject. Like I told you, the storm coming in. Anyways, being on a firm foundation, man, like when you build it the right way, like I tell men in the beginning, what you need to do is focus on your wife. What does your wife want? What does your wife need? What does your wife like? What does she like to go on dates? You need to start figuring this out while you're single. And so when you approach dating, you taking your potential wife on these dates. Everybody is a potential wife because you don't know. But you know, based on, the spirit leads you to certain women. They say, you like this woman? I don't like that woman. That's how the dating world work when you moving in the spirit, man. People are like, damn, man, how you getting out of these relationships so fast? Because the thing is, if the woman not right for me, the spirit gonna run her away. The spirit gonna run you away. It was women like, I'm sorry, I just have to move on from you because I just don't see a future. I was like, well, okay, no hard feelings. Like, when you in the spirit, man, you don't think that the woman that's leaving you is the last woman. Oh, man, you'll never have another woman. I know you ain't moving in the spirit. I know the devil talk to you every day, every morning, every night, every second of your day. The devil in your ear. Man, last woman on earth. Man, you better get busy living, brother. For men, like, man, I be having to explain stuff to my wife. Like, my wife, her father was not present, and her grandfather, man, it's crazy. Like, my wife had a strained relationship with father. So me showing her man that is not beating on her or cheating on her is totally different. Like, she actually listens. She like, okay, I can listen to this man because he ain't doing nothing wrong to me. Everything I ask to this man, he doing it. So she be listening. I be telling her the struggles that men be going through. And then she look outside, she be like, damn, I actually see it now. Like, I didn't see that before. But it's hard for you to understand a man's point of view when you've only seen man a certain way. Like, most of these women, they only see men that want to have sex with them. They've never seen a man that, like, genuinely cared. Maybe father wasn't there. Like, a lot of stuff, then went wrong in a lot of people's life. We talking about black people, African American people that came from slavery. Man, you done went through some stuff. It's some stuff in your bloodline that ain't been accomplished, that ain't been taken care of yet. And you got to deal with all of it. Like, when I was talking about that show, Them, at the end, when the father ghost came in, when the father trauma came in at the end, what you gonna do? All of that is attached to you. And so when I go to date, man, I be taking dating serious. I be on, like, when I be going on dates, I be asking stuff like, this was first date questions for me. Check me out. First date questions. Are you planning on having any children? I want to have babies. I want at least 2 children. So if you are not having at least 2 children, you are not an ideal candidate for me. It ain't nothing against you. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I just got to be honest. My second question would be, if you having children, are you considering breastfeeding? Because that's the only milk I didn't want to choose. I want to choose in my life. I understand that situations may come where a baby may not latch, but we talking about 100% of the time. I want my baby on the good breast milk. I don't want nobody in no other country making no milk that can be conceived right from your breast that was made directly for that baby. So no, I don't want to go left and right on that. These were things that are part of my foundation, my standard. It ain't nothing against you. It's just what I want for me. And when you moving in the spirit, man, I'm telling you, when you are honest with people, you will find out that people have not been honest, that people have been on dates and not been honest with people. Because what be happening is people be coming with the shell of themselves. They be like, yeah, I want to do all that. Yeah, I want, yeah. But people don't be being honest. I'm on a date like, yeah, them my first like couple questions. And then let's just say you don't want to have children. I'd be like, okay, well, where's this gonna be going? Because you know it's not going anywhere. I don't even want you to be foolish. So I told one woman I was just being honest. I'm a single man. She said she wasn't having no more children. I was like, she told me her reasons, and I understood completely. I understand completely. And I was like, well, you've given me your moment of honesty. I just want to know where we proceed from here. Are we gonna be people that just have sex with one another, and then when the time dissipate, or are we just gonna stop after this date? And this gives the woman a chance right there in the spirit to make a decision. I ain't lied to you. I've given you the decision to move on about your business. If you looking for a husband, I'm not your husband. This is a today decision. This is right now. This is like when them celebrities come to town, they be like, I only got one night. This is what I'm talking about. And the thing about me is I don't deviate from the plan because this is my foundation. This is where I sit. And this is have to be some matter of fact stuff. And this is not can be stuff that you done bent on. Ain't no being. Okay, well, so what, you just not gonna date because I'm not, I don't care about none of that. I don't care how mad you get. So what, you just not gonna? Yeah, so I'm just not going to do that. I'm sorry. I don't even have to be mad with you. Why is I don't even have to even argue with you. I done told you it's not gonna work out in the beginning. So I know in your mind, so you can prepare in your mind that it's gonna be an end. Either the end gonna be today or the day when you tell me it's not gonna work out no more. See that thunder? Ooh, boy, we cooking this morning. I like talking to y'all, man. Y'all be listening and stuff. Y'all be responding back. We be having a conversation. What we talking about? Yeah, everything. Yep. I be talking to my girls and boys about, man, you better, like, for me, this is what I feel for black people. We got to start recording this history, broski. And we got to start telling it to the kids. Like, you got to start with them mature ears, like them little baby ears. Okay, we not like these people. We not like them. It's something distinct that happened to us that made us a certain way. We got to start it for babies. K through 12 has got to be our own house K through 12, teaching these children that all these things they telling us today are not what it was then. What we seeing today, these kids ain't never seen slavery or like, they ain't never seen what we saw. Like, I came up in the 80s. I was born in 1980. My cousin went into the military, and he said he had went into the military right at the point where they couldn't say nigga no more. Imagine what that was like. Motherfucker be right in your face like, nigga. So like these times that these youngsters living in, they don't understand what we done been through, because they thinking our history is cool. They emulate it, but they don't feel the same trauma from it. So they build foundations on what we went through, not where we're at. Where we at is going up. The children want to go down. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. They call us weird, but hey, Let's go back to foundations, man. Like just being honest with yourself first. Man, me and my wife talk about being honest with yourself. I was talking, like I said, I talked to my friends, man. I be ministering people. I be punching people in the gut. Like, I say, look here. You can't be the whole table when you go to God when God the whole table. So you be like, I'm the whole table. Well, God be like, okay, if you ain't a mess, I can't even deal with you. When I be talking, okay, ladies, boy, this information is for you. You're going to have to submit to a man. Unless you submit to another woman, you're going to have to submit to a man. But I ask women, who is your man submitted to? They be like, we should both be submitted to God. You got to submit to him on earth. Who is his leader? Who is his father? Like, ask who his father is. These are great questions. Great, great, great questions. We got to start understanding these things. We talk about dating. We talk about a foundation. Ladies, you talk about you want to meet a husband. Ask husband-like questions on the date and watch them scatter. Watch them. Watch them scatter. Man, I don't be mean to y'all, but if you wanna be the lead, you can't keep saying it's the woman's fault. Because when you read the front of the Bible, it clearly states, then when Adam saw Eve, he was like, whoa, 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 Eve, whoa, blood, my blood, flesh, my flesh, whoa, everything, baby, I want everything, I want to do everything for you. That was Adam in the beginning. That was your father in the beginning. That was your father in the beginning. Ooh, flesh, my flesh, blood, my blood. You go a chapter later, this woman, man, made me eat that doggone apple. When the man in the beginning should have told the woman, get on away from that tree. Get on away from there. Didn't my father tell us get on away from there? Why is you even talking about all that knowledge? So that's what I'm saying. Like, and if you can't even relate to that, you like, man, that wasn't even real. Let's go to Power. Y'all watch Power, don't you? I know y'all be watching Power. The numbers be jumping. Anyways, let's go back to the first season. When Ghost was like, I don't want to sell drugs no more. Ghost was like, I don't want to do drugs. He's like, I don't want to be in this business no more. He said, I want to be a politician. I want to be an upright man. That's what Ghost had said on Power. And then his wife was like, no, we got to stay in this life because it makes me feel good and blah, 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 blah. And guess what he did? Stayed in that life. And they end up hating one another. Really, she just broke up, man. Like, look here. Do the righteous thing. And if she gonna come with you, she gonna come with you. That's the foundation. Because look, if you gonna be the foundation, be the foundation. Be a righteous, stand-up foundation. If you wanna make a change, and she gonna have to come with that change. Yeah, it's gonna be uncomfortable. Yeah, the pay ain't gonna be the same. Yeah, the perks might be different. If you rolling, you're rolling. If you not, I gotta keep going. We talk about foundation, man. This is where you stand in life. The first one was 101, like telling you what you stand on. This one is like nailing it down, like this, like when you looking at a house, like Japan and Taiwan, they done got rocked by some earthquakes and they still alive. The people still there, still moving around because they got a great foundation. And we got America that ain't even learned how to hurricane-proof houses yet. But it's a dire need over there because they're such little countries. They don't, man, we gotta really care about our stability. America's such massive land, they don't really care about it like that. Foundations, man. Foundations mean everything. Like when you talking about a spiritual foundation, this thing can go a lot of places, man. having a spiritual foundation, having a mental foundation, having a physical foundation. You got to have a standard for this body. You just can't let everybody come up in you like that. You can't just give yourself to everybody. You're just not like everybody else. I be telling this to my children. You are not like these children at school. I don't know what type of parents they have, but your parents got their shit together. So look my way and stop looking their way. This is stuff I gotta tell the children, because children gonna remember this foundation. Like my oldest, like I came into his life when he's 14, but now he's 20. I'm preaching, I'm nailing it to his head. Hey man, it's hard being an adult. Hard being an adult. Hard being an adult. One bad relationship will ruin your life. One bad relationship. One bad personal relationship with somebody you sleeping in the bed with, ruin your life. You can tell these kids this all day till the chickens come home. But when they go outside and they say, woo, woo, whoa, it's hard out here. Like we giving them allowance every month. Get them allowance every month. And when I told them, hey man, when you get outside, you gotta pay for everything on your own. This is hard to tell a child. Man, dad's always gonna be there. Mom's always gonna. Now I say, look here. When I learned, my first time learning I was an adult and I was on my own, was when I went in the bathroom and sat down. And I did that number 2. And I had flushed that toilet. Oh, before I flushed that toilet, I looked over at that toilet paper. And there wasn't no toilet paper there. It wasn't no toilet paper there. And I looked up where the toilet paper should be. There wasn't no toilet paper there because I didn't buy it. And that's why I was like, oh. So as an adult, now that I've made this mistake, I have to go take a shower. But that was the lesson that, okay, your toothpaste got to be bought by you. Your toothbrush got to be bought by you. Your toilet paper got to be. But now my son comes home and I tell him, explain this to this 13-year-old that want to run out so fast. I get all his friends to give her a pep talk. And you better remain a motherfucking kid as long as you can. And you better learn as much as you can while you in your mama and them house and it's free. While the air's free, you better start learning more things than TikTok dances. Shit, you better learn how to get out here and get this bread right now. Hard to tell a child. But when they go out there and they have to make money for themselves and then now they got to go work for people, I'm like, oh, you didn't want to create for yourself. When I was trying to tell you, go ahead and start creating for yourself while it's free in your mama house. They don't hear that. They don't hear it. That's a good advice. That's good solid advice, man. We talk about, I tell all my kids they can't move out my house until they find a husband and wife. That's solid, especially for your daughters. I told my daughter, you can't, if you bring a man in this house, he don't have no belt, he gotta leave. That's the standard for my house. Man, you're not finna come to my house with no pants. I don't wear my pants like that. I don't give a damn who you banging with, nigga. This God house. So you could take that color shit outside and you can go put on a belt before you enter inside of my house. Man, you must be letting these motherfuckers come in the house, pants. Yeah, okay, bud. You go buy some weed, your ass go buy a belt. And you can't goddamn get in my house without one. You better go get one of them zip ties from the dollar store, homie. That's because, you know, kids, they get a kick out of being every way with everybody. That's not the world. You got to wear different hats in this world. The way that I talk with my homeboys is not the way I talk with my grandmother. Build a standard for your life, man. Can't talk to everybody the same. You go on these jobs, you be like, yes, sir. And then you talk to your mama like a nigga off the street. Talk to your dad like a nigga off the street. And this is what I be talking to about the youngsters. I don't give a damn how much you hate your parents. You wouldn't be here without them. You wouldn't be on this planet Earth. Your mama didn't push you out one day. So what, they don't like one another? So what, they weren't great parents? They laid you down one day and they had you. You have to get past that shit one day. If you want to move on with your life, you'll be like, Mom, parents, man, they did me so wrong. You're gonna have to get past that shit one day. Sorry. It sucks. But anyways, man, I'm going ahead and get up off of here, man. I was talking about foundations, man. I want to come out here, give me a little exercise while I'm giving y'all, you know, I'm getting some little physical while I'm giving y'all some spiritual. We all get a little bit of something today, man. Even if you got a little bit and had to get up out of here and head to work, man, you got a little bit of spiritual today, man. This is about setting a foundation, because I don't give people relationship advice. I don't want you to get no boyfriend or girlfriend. I want you to get a wife or a husband, if that's what you're looking for. If that's not what you're looking for, I don't even know why you came over here and listened to this whole 38 minutes. You waste all your time today. But anyways, y'all have a good day, man, and peace out.